available for Champions League qualification this season. This particular fixture will surely have a huge bearing on who grabs that final spot. Arsenal are 6 points behind Manchester United, but they do have a game in hand and a better goal difference of plus 16. Gunner supporters will argue they do have the benefit of experience on their side too. A win for Manchester United would see them pull 9 points clear of fourth placed Arsenal, while a loss could allow them to pull level on points with United should they win that game in hand. Casey Stoney's a little bit irked by regular suggestions of season-defining games, but having been top of the table during some parts of it, expectations have increased somewhat. She is quick to remind everybody that this is only their second season in the WSL. This season's gone on to further establish Manchester United's place among the elite in the division. A big piece of team news from Arsenal's perspective. Leah Williamson, a key absentee, a quad injury suffered in training this week. 3 changes this evening. Manuela Zinsberger returns in goal, with Australian Lydia Williams having played the last 3 matches. Kim Little is also back to captain the side. Jill Roord is the 3rd change. Jordan Nobbs drops to the bench. Speaking ahead of the game, Jo Montemurro says that she will almost certainly have a big role to play in this game. 2 changes for Manchester United this evening. Much welcome return of Christian Press. Kirsty Hansen drops to the bench despite scoring in the victory against Aston Villa last time out. Lauren James also returns, having been a big injury doubt for this one. No place for Alessia Russo, though she isn't fit in time to play. Jess Sigsworth makes way for her, also among the substitutes. Well, Manchester United were winners when these sides met back in November. Both teams have had the benefit of a mini break without a game. Last weekend, it's now 12 days since they last played, both picking up big victories. While Arsenal won 4-0 against Birmingham City, United ended their run of back-to-back defeats with a 3-0 win against Aston Villa. This is Manchester United's first ever visit to Boreham Wood, Meadow Park, the venue this evening. We've had sun for most of the afternoon, a few clouds over Skye now, but still a fine evening of football in what many have billed as the biggest game of the season so far. 6 games to play in that chase for Champions League qualification. Both teams take a knee as they unite together in solidarity against racial discrimination. It's Manchester United who kick us off, kicking from right to left in this hugely significant, potentially European qualification defining fixture. Amy Turner, one of the 2 Turners at the heart of Manchester United's defence, gets the ball away. Lotta Woodenmoy with even more responsibility on her shoulders in central defence, with Leah Williamson such a key absentee, starting many of Arsenal's attacks with those long diagonal balls. This ball goes out of play on the far side of the field. It's an Arsenal throw-in. Faye White this week had some quite interesting comments on Arsenal, her former club. She feels they need a plan B, need to find another way of winning matches. Jo Montemurro was asked about that in response. He said, "I don't know what win ugly is. I'm stubborn and have a way that we want to play." The ball goes out for a throw-in, a goal kick, I should say, on the far side of the field. Montemuro's side up against a former Arsenal player and a player of quite significant success at the club as well, Casey Stoney. Played alongside the likes of Jordan Nobbs in her playing days with Arsenal. Having guided Manchester United into the top flight 2 seasons ago. They're looking to go one better than last season's 4th place finish, but they have defending to do here. It's deflected, and within the first 2 minutes, it's Arsenal who take the lead. It's Jill Roord with the goal. And what a crucial goal this is. We wondered how they would respond to losing such a key player at the back in Leah Williamson. Well, they've responded in the way that only Joe Montemuro knows how. Hit them on the attack. Maybe it took a touch, did it? Let's have a look on the replay here. Off of the Manchester United defender. Deflected in. Millie Turner. It was cruel on her. I'm sure the goal will be credited to Ford, though, because it was on target. Roord, I should say. What a terrible start this game for Manchester United. Montemuro, whose sides finished 3rd last season, carried out an internal review earlier in the season after as many as 7 players were ruled out through injury. It's fair to say that injuries have blighted both of these teams in recent weeks. With this unusual, unprecedented season, catching up with everybody in the WSL. Millie Turner clears the ball away. Manchester United not able to get a foot on the ball at the moment, but that was overrun. And Zelen, the captain, wins it back. Batia has it back into defence. It's back with the goalkeeper, Mary Earps. And the ball forwards with Lauren James. Christian Press making the run. It's James on the ball now, and she comes away with it. Good strength from her. Press onto the right foot. It was on target, but it was straight to Zinsberger. If the first 4 minutes are anything to go by, we're in for a pretty entertaining evening. Brilliant play from Lauren James to pick out her teammates, the USA international. He missed the last game against Aston Villa. United was 2nd in the table, just behind Chelsea, heading into Christmas. The resurgence of Manchester City, as well as defeats to Chelsea and Manchester City since the new year, has seen them slip away. Niedermahl's cross. This time Millie Turner did get a cross, and her touch puts it out for a corner. Beth Mead waiting inside the penalty area. Amy Turner takes up a position on the near post. The ball is swung in towards the near post. It's a flicker on from Niedermahl off the back of her heel. It's over the crossbar from the WSL's all-time leading goal scorer. Amy Turner. Helped on down the line by Martha Harris. Throw in to Manchester United in front with their manager. Eventually the throw from Harris comes on the halfway line with the goal scorer Roord. Press as Batia. No excuses for anyone not getting The Spanish international's name right now. She posted the pronunciation on Manchester United's Twitter feed this week. So it's worked out to Lauren James, who can't keep the ball in play. Lauren James was signed from Arsenal back in 2018, scouted by the club as a 13-year-old. Played 5 games for them before they moved to United. And they restructured and formed their women's team once more as Moritz takes the throw-in. It's got a touch, but it's worked out. Self-defence. Under control by Miedemar. Miedemar, oh, she's running the wrong way, but she gets it to Moy. Volti, who's playing as centre-half in Williamson's absence this evening, as the chase was on for Caitlin Ford, but the flag had gone up. As though the referee had spotted a foul as the ball was played forwards. It's an Arsenal free kick inside their own half. They get it back. Volti under pressure though, it's given away. And that's a nice ball from Press and the flag stays down. And it's cut back for Press. Defender getting away to block her shots as the ball was squared perfectly by Gronin. Press on the press for Manchester United. It's a really good pass. The bigger out charging into the box. Good defending. Ruben Moy, having only just returned from injury. Press is already limping. His throat. Moritz will take this one for Arsenal. Well won back by the captain's Helen. She runs into traffic though. Both Mead can't bring the ball away. It's a little bit frantic after that opening goal. Arsenal will take their time over this throw now. So announced this week a big game for Manchester United next week. They'll play their first ever game at Old Trafford. A week on Saturday, the international break. And then to face West Ham, an 11:30 kickoff in that one. Here's Millie Turner. Amy Turner plays the ball into the channel. It turns out to be a pretty good pass as well. It's Lauren James. Onto her left foot, gets the cross towards the far post, slightly overhit, but it stays in play. Here's Ella Toon. Great skill from Toon to get the cross in, but in the end, it's straight at the goalkeeper. And Zinsberger confidently gathers that one. Ella Toon scored the only goal when these two teams played back in November, a late goal as well in a 1-0 victory at Leeds Sports Village. James, who's moved over to the left-hand side now. Two players, Sandwich are out, but still battles to try and win the ball back. And Manchester United do come away with the ball. Stainforth gets it forwards. And Manchester United have a free kick. Zellem His dad and uncle played professionally. Dad Alan was a goalkeeper with Macclesfield Town, who came from Oldham, like many in the Manchester United ranks, grew up supporting the club. And here she is on the ball now, but it was a heavy touch, and it's nicked away from her by Danielle van der Donk. Caitlin Ford not only keeps the ball in play, but then checks in field and holds off a couple of challenges before laying the ball back into defence. It's brought forward by Voltic. All the way back to Zinsberger, the Arsenal goalkeeper. Signed a new long-term contract with the club last month, the Austrian. Millie Turner, under no pressure at the back, brings the ball out of play. Press caught on the ball. Montemuro was quite coy before the game when asked where Vivianne Miedema will play today. She's played in a deeper role, certainly, in their last game. Playing to the left with the front three today, though, with Mead through the middle, although she is taking up a more central position now. Well brought under control by Ronan. Batya, James. And James wins a free kick for Manchester United. And they take it quickly. Stainforth don't get enough power behind that one. It floats up and it's headed clear, but Amy Turner, with nobody forward for Arsenal, gets it back in defence to Millie Turner. His ball forward is intercepted and played back to the goalkeeper. Really strong header under pressure from Miedema. Pushing pass back from Kim Little. It was an awkward bouncer. Zinsberger gets good distance on her clearance. The other end, it's back to Earps, and again awkward for her under pressure. Steam forward on the attack. It's red in midfield. Ronan. James surrounds her opposite number 16, Moritz. Then checks it back into the area for Toon, but she runs into trouble and Arsenal get the ball away. It's been pretty even, actually, aside from that opening goal. Moy. Calmly played out from the back and back to Zinsberger. Three of Arsenal's 4 league defeats this season have come against Manchester clubs, 2 against Manchester City, and their reverse against United. Did dominate possession against Manchester City in the opening 25 minutes, but then conceded a sloppy goal to Ellen White. Subsequently lost 3-0 to Chelsea Arsenal last month as well, but then backed it up with 4-0 victories against both Aston Villa and Birmingham City. Martha Harris can't collect that one and keep it in play. It's out on the far side of the field for an Arsenal throw-in. The only disappointment for Casey Stoney is there won't be supporters inside Old Trafford for next weekend's game. Said that her players need a high level of performance if they'll get anything from this game. But Says Manchester United's players are in a good space at the moment. Good header from Badger to win the ball, and it's threaded through. It was almost the perfect pass for press. One back again by Badger. Zelen gets the luck of the bounce and reads the tackle really well. It's an Arsenal player grounded on the halfway line, but play goes on. Mead is still down. Ferocious competitor, Katie Zelen. Spent a year in Italy with Juventus. Named captain after Alex Greenwood left for Lyon. Tempers boil over for a moment. Been fewer than 4 cards in the last 5 games for Arsenal. Montemuro admitted that he'd been drilling his players on how to deal with United's high press, which really forced them into submission the last time they played. Key factor in the way that United set themselves up. Said they would be prepared for it, and really, well, they fought fire with fire tonight. Here comes Mead, goes around the outside, and that allows Badger to get a challenge in, which he had to get right inside the penalty area. Behind for a corner. He admitted they need to improve against top 3 sides if they're to qualify the top 3 positions. They've only taken 1 point from 5 games against top 3 opposition this season, Arsenal. They have an opportunity to stretch their advantage from a set piece here. Katie McCabe's corner. Good delivery, keeper comes and hesitates. Daniel van der Donk keeps it going. Needs support. He gets it from Little. He has to go back into defence for Wubben-Moy. Millie Turner's header away. Press is back there helping out defensively. Zelen and then Turner get the ball clear. Moritz overruns the ball, and it's a Manchester United throw-in. Ups for Zelen. Nicely played out by Manchester United. This is good football, but the ball down the line. The free kick is given their way. Already approaching the halfway stage of the first period. Just 5 games to go until the end of the domestic season after this, albeit the FA Cup still to come as well. Great news in the last couple of weeks that the FA Cup will resume at the end of this month. Both clubs involved from the middle of April. The not so good news is the announcement this week that all women's football from step 3 down is to, for the 2nd season running, be abandoned. Interesting to note that they're still set to be a relegation spot from the Women's Championship this season. Certainly gives the second tier something to play for. Currently occupied by London Bees. Here, it's all about getting into Europe next season. And hopefully, crowds will resume. Earps passes the ball out to Millie Turner, who got that unfortunate nick on the ball. As Jill Roord put Arsenal in front, it's played through as United look to try and get an equaliser. Lucy Stainforth is beaten to the ball, but Lauren James keeps it in play. And then she goes down under a challenge and no free kick given there. And Arsenal come away with the ball. James wins it back. Amy Turner passes the ball out to Martha Harris and gets it back. Almost got into trouble. Read the situation well. Reverse ball almost sets them free down the right-hand side. Niedermar. Really good run from Beth Mead. Mead went for the first time ball in, and it's behind for a goal kick. A really long feature this week, Beth Mead, with Arsenal's website. Talked about starting playing football as a 6-year-old. Always been a number 9. Finished her first season at the club as top scorer, but coach Pedro Martinez Loza converted her into a wide player. Zinsberger. Risky ball across the back line. Kim Little plays it forward to Miedema. Got the run now from Maritz, and Mead gets the ball out wide. Mead doesn't have the beating of Batia though. Stainforth flicks on Batia's clearance. Zinsberger patrolling the edge of her 18-yard box, and they work the ball out wide to the left-hand side this time. That'll be a free kick, surely. Referee Amy Fern took a while to decide that one. McCabe it was who went down. Roord. Good ball from Roord. McCabe crosses. Martha Harris does the right thing and puts it behind for a corner. Away from home, Manchester United have struggled a little of late. They've lost 2 of their last 3 away games in the WSL, after losing just 3 of their opening 12 games on the road. Niedermar, Ford with Moy forward. Mead will swing this one in. Mead's delivery is cleared away by Amy Turner. Opening goal at the moment being credited as an own goal to Millie Turner, which I think is a little bit harsh, actually. James, what a chance for the equaliser, and it's over the crossbar. She thought it was in the stars that she'd score against her former club. She was shooting towards the stars there, though. High over the crossbar. And the best chance Manchester United have had to get level. Back they come again, though. Stainforth, and that's a great ball through. It just needed the touch from Toon on the stretch. Another golden chance, but what a ball through this was. Lucy Stainforth absolutely split the defence wide open. And 2 golden chances for Manchester United. You need to take advantage of Leah Williamson's absence from defence. It's such a big miss for Arsenal. Now they're starting to ask a few questions. Here's Lauren James. Good skill to get away from her marker. There's a good ball from her as well. Bronan penned in. Oh, Bronan got the final touch. A wry smile from her, but the assistant on that far side was right in front of it. And that particular attack breaks down. Mead was under pressure from Harris. Manchester United have the ball back in defence. Turner assesses her options. Batya comfortable on the ball, and that's a good ball from her as well. Stainforth. Lauren James teases the 2 defenders. Stainforth has an opportunity to cross now. Gives it back to James. This is patient from Manchester United, but then Batya couldn't control it. Really well read, though, by Millie Turner. She sets forward with a surging run from defence, and it's Lauren James who continues a run down the left-hand side. A purple patch for Manchester United. Headed clear on the edge of the box. Batya didn't quite read the header, but then wins it back anyway. Zellem. But Harris gives it back to Amy Turner. Nice ball from James to Stainforth. Kim Little. Good strength to hold off the challenge. Arsenal play their way out of trouble there. Bronan. Harris with an early ball. Lovely piece of skill. And the flag went up. Could have been advantage played there as Ella Toon got away down that right-hand side. We're going to see the first card of the evening. Katie McCabe is the player who's going into the book. Scored the goal of the month contender against Aston Villa in February. Stainforth delivers. Volleyed high into the night sky to clear. Harris heads it back to her keeper with not a single Arsenal player outside of their half. Toon latches onto that one. It's a good run from Toon as well. put behind for a corner and an important interception too. Can they make their pressure count from this set-piece delivery? Springfield plays it in. Goalkeeper stays on her line. Little. Comfortable on the ball, plays it down the line, and an opportunity perhaps for Arsenal to counter. Mead plays it back into defence though. Little is playing that role, just sat in front of the back four, protecting them this evening. Williamson played a couple of brilliant diagonal passes to create the opening couple of goals in their last match against Birmingham City, something Joe Manchimura said that he encouraged, also emphasising that it needs to be a long pass and it's not a long ball. Now the ball played over the top for Niedermar. I can't quite get onto that one. Harris. Earps to Millie Turner. Manchester United slowing down the pace of the game now as we enter final 10 minutes of a pretty frantic first period in this game. Staniforth down the line. Chase is on for Groningen. Will she have the strength while James is there helping her out and into trouble? Walter Wuppermoy does really well to win a side of throw-in. Player who, like her teammate Hannah Patton, returned from a period in the USA. Wuppermoy for the first call-up for the Lionesses in September. Still just 21 years of age. Kress curls one. Zinsberger watched that wide at the post. Missed a bit of domestic football. The double World Cup winner, having been away representing the USA in the She Believes Cup at the beginning of the year. Scored a couple of goals against Brazil and Argentina, the 32-year-old. Approaching her 150th cap for the USA now. Niedermar, who by her standards has had a pretty quiet evening. Tried to thread one down the line, but it was read by Baccia. Casey Stoney's talked about a revolving door in the treatment room at the moment. He's got a couple of players back for this game. Still missing important players like Alessia Riso, who talked this week about growing up supporting United and been inspired by the class of '92. Moritz with the throw. Cross-field ball from Niedermar. A lot of space for McCabe. The ball down the line for Van der Donk. It's worked out wide now. Field and crosses. Millie Turner heads it away. Staniforth goes down under a challenge. No free kick given. And Manchester United come away with the ball, but they've got bodies back defending and not too many players forward. Oh, James. Tackled by Niedermar, who shows her game's not just about goal scoring, proven in recent weeks by her ability to switch positions across the front line. Getting stuck in there to win a side of throw. Ritz, the Swiss international's throat. Free kick given for the foul on James. Earps, who turned 28 last week, the goalkeeper. Unfortunate to be beaten. An opening goal that took a wicked deflection. I think that's about the 6th time that Lauren James has been on the end of a foul in this first half. Staniforth is told to take the ball back a couple of yards for this free kick. Staniforth talking this week about how Casey Stoney has taken her to another level. He's talked about the morals and standards that she lives by. If you don't run for her, you won't play for her, is what she said. The ball is played in, looking for Amy Turner. Brought down by Millie Turner inside the box. Strong challenge from the defender, but it's cleared away. But they've got players forward from the set piece. And the benefits of having so is that Millie Turner, the defender, wins it back. In unfamiliar territory, though, she concedes the free kick. One of 7 players to return to United when they reformed. She was part of the youth side at the club. Grew up in leafy Wilmslow. Had to go away to Bristol City. And Everton, after coming through Manchester United's centre of excellence in those curious days when the club didn't have a senior women's team, but still produced many a talented player that went on to play in the WSL. Montemiro very much into the statistical side of the game, the analysis. Earps wasn't put off by the presence of Miedema. Batja down the line, and that's a good cushion pass from Staniforth to James. James with an early cross. Clearance puts it into touch. 5 minutes to go until half-time. Manchester United have certainly asked more questions since falling behind. Zelen with a wayward pass, though, and it's out to Beth Mead. Zelen. And the free kick is given the way of Manchester United. Referee had a long word with Mead. Staniforth stands over the ball. Press makes the run. She hangs the cross up. Goalkeeper hesitated, and their header down is comfortably saved in the end. But the set piece almost produced the equaliser for Millie Turner, who's looking to get her name on the score sheet at both ends, if she will be credited with an own goal. Jens Zinsberger read the situation well, because she came to punch and then stayed on her line, and in the end made it look a comfortable save. Missed at the back of the other end, Miedema lurking. Helps read the situation to gather the ball Part of the Lionesses squad in 2019 at the World Cup, Mary Earps. Merps, as she's known to her teammates. Crunching challenge comes in. James again goes to her knees to win a free kick. Still just 19 years of age, Lauren James. She was shortlisted for the PFA Women's Young Player of the Year award last season. Manchester United's top scorer last season. Her dad Nigel is a qualified UEFA licensed coach. And of course she's the younger sister of Reece James, the Chelsea player. Martha Harris. Roden, good ball forward. Loss, 24th. Never ran the ball, it was played behind her. Harris closes down. Ball is threaded through and it's a nice turn from Rhodes. Earps makes the save at a near post. Similar sort of position in which she scored in the first half, Jill Roord. Delightful drop of the shoulder there before getting her shot away. Played back by McCabe. Zinsberger pulls the ball away. Harris got a touch. That'll be an Arsenal throw. Don't think we're going to have too much in terms of stoppage time at the end of this first half. And well, at the moment, Joe Montemuro is getting his wish of an improved performance and result against one of their rivals. And Arsenal have a set-piece opportunity right at the end of this first half. Katie McCabe stands over this one. So too Beth Mead. Two minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. It's taken by Mead. Little. Opportunity for Little to cross, drills it in. Carried away by the goalkeeper. Batcher clears, helped on its way to James. Can United counter? Staniforth back into defence for Millie Turner. Angle ball over the top from Amy Turner. Toon gets on the chase. Zinsberger out to the edge of the penalty area to pick that one up. Earps finds Millie Turner. They need to get it forward quickly. Amy Turner is confident and playing those long-range passes into the last 30 seconds. She tries to dink one over the top. Headed away by Van der Donk. Out for a throw-in on this near side of the field. Darkness has descended upon Meadow Park. James plays it back to Zellum. Zellum over the top, that'll be comfortably headed away. Staniforth brings it down, but that brings the end to a fast-paced first period in which Arsenal came storming out of the blocks. Jill Rourke's effort that went in off Millie Turner, with the only goal to separate the side so far after just 2 minutes. But Manchester United have created more than enough problems for Arsenal since then to suggest they are by no means out of this game yet. Casey Stoney prepares what she's going to say to her players at the interval. At half-time, it's Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0.